I still think it's weird that the hardest thing to remember is usually the thing you were just thinking about. It's like your brain hides it on purpose just to see how long you'll spend looking for it. Also, why is it that the moment someone says, "Don't look," the first thing you want to do is look? Curiosity really has us under control. Anyway, let's stop talking about my brain and start watching it struggle on a chessboard. The game started with me playing white, which always feels nice because you get to make the first move. It kind of feels like the universe is saying, "All right, you're in charge now, don't mess it up." The funny part is, having the first move doesn't magically make you play better. It just means you get to be the first person to make a mistake. My opening was the Scotch Opening. It always feels like an opening that politely skips the small talk and gets straight to the main conversation. This move was still part of the opening book, and honestly, I always like seeing that because it means I'm still on familiar ground. Then his queen entered the game earlier than usual. It didn't seem like a huge deal, but the engine apparently took it very personally and marked it as an inaccuracy. At this point, our knights had been staring at each other for what felt like forever. Neither one wanted to move, so I figured the easiest solution was to just trade them and move on. And just like I said earlier, the Scotch Opening gets straight to the conversation. It didn't take long before I made a mistake. I honestly have no idea why the engine didn't like it because it said he had a chance to fork me. The good news is that even if he had gone for it, I could have simply blocked it with my queen, pinned his queen, and forced a queen trade anyway. But he decided to keep things simple and just took it back with the pawn. I developed my bishop because it wasn't just about getting another piece out. It also gave my pawn some much-needed support, and also prepare for castling. My opponent also developed his bishop, so both of us were just getting our pieces into better squares. So I castled. My king was safer, and my rook was finally ready to join the game. Not long after, he castled too, and the opening was pretty much complete. With everything else looking good, I developed my knight and kept improving my position. He challenged my bishop, but taking it would have lost my queen, so I simply ignored the threat. Rather than reacting to his move, I developed my other bishop and used it to pressure his weak pawn. He wasn't looking for anything fancy. He just developed his knight and carried on. For some reason, I decided to push this pawn. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have because the engine marked it as an inaccuracy, saying it exposed my king. I decided to develop my queen. Not only did it break the pin, but it also gave my bishop some extra support. He captured my bishop, and at that point, I didn't really have much of a choice. I simply captured back and exchanged the pieces. At this point, I honestly had no idea what he was trying to do, so I figured I'd just kick his queen away. Then he connected his queen and rook, making his position look much more solid. At this point, I was so obsessed with attacking that I completely forgot to defend my own pawn. And just like that, he took my pawn. Now he was ahead in material, and the position was clearly leaning in his favor. With the advantage in hand, he began launching an aggressive attack. I decided to battery my bishop and queen, hoping to create some attacking chances. He kept it simple and traded his bishop for my knight instead. Finally, I spotted an opportunity. Without wasting any time, I attacked his queen with my rook. With his queen out of the way, I picked up a free pawn. I decided to stack my two rooks on the same file, creating a powerful battery. Then he got his king out of check and kept the game going. With nothing stopping me, I simply took the free pawn. Then I lined up my queen with the rooks, creating even more pressure on his position. Then he surprised me by taking my rook with his queen. I honestly had no idea what he was trying to do, but according to the engine, it turned out to be a blunder. So I took the queen. Why wouldn't I? Then I just kept pushing my pawn toward his king, trying to make his life as uncomfortable as possible. Then he picked off my bishop, trying to reduce my attacking chances. Believe it or not, I had checkmate on the board. The only problem was, I completely missed it. Thankfully, it didn't matter because I still won the game a few moves later. And I'll just let the rest play out because I don't want to make this video too long. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the game, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.